Piloro, and this is my Sisi, Mariel Tanuyan, and welcome to our vlog! So, andito po kami ngayon sa Taal Lake at kinatapos lang po namin mag-exam. So, chill-chill lang and nag-a-advise. So, kamusta naman Sisi ang exam mo at nakakapag-chill ka na? Actually, okay naman yung exam. Madali naman siya. Ang nakakatawa at nakakatuwa lang kasi yung exam alam mo yun, sarap siya sa total. Natapos ko siya actually ng mabilis lang. Nag-enjoy ako. Naku-curious na ako kung ano yung mga ginawa ni Sir na steps sa magagawa ng test. Kasi bihira lang yun, diba? So, ako as a future educator, parang naiisip ko, sana pag naging teacher ako, sana kaya ko rin mag-top sa ganong exam, sa ganong test na para bang mag-enjoy yung mga estudyante, di ba? True! Alam mo, yung maraming matututunan yung mga bata. Oo. Tsaka hindi sila mapapressure kung ano yung pinag-aralan lang, yun lang yung nasa exam. So, na-curious talaga ako kung paano nag-top up sir sa ganong exam. So, ikaw naman, Sisi. Kamusta yung exam mo? Okay naman. Medyo madali kahit pa paano hindi nakakasunod. Anong score mo, be? Dalawa lang yung mali ko. So, natutuwa nga ako sa result na pinag-exam ko kasi kahit na dami kong ginagawa, nakakulong din ako ng ganong score. Tapos yung type ng exam namin is sobrang ganda. Yung pagka nag-exam ka talaga is matutuwa ka talaga. So guys, kagaya din kayo namin na katatapos lang mag-exam at gusto rin mag-chill and unwind, pumunta lang po kayo dito sa Taal Lake. So, ang tawag dito ay Taal. Malapit siya sa Taal. Kung nai-stress po kayo, pumunta lang po kayo dito. Pag malilo, masarap dito maligo, ganyan. Fresh water, fresh air. Sarap-sarap dito. Sarap dito tumakbo. Tapos sa pakiramdam, masarap sa rin. Punta na kayo dito. So, Sisi, since ako curious ka about planning a test, meron akong kaibigan na magpakontak ng webinar about planning a test. And I have a link. So, game ka? Oo, game tayo. Tara na.
Welcome to our online webinar session 2021. Good day everyone, Your Highness, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to be your moderator for today. I am Maricar Tolentino from Batangas, and I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. To start our program, may we call on the presence of Mrs. Lady Lidisagon to lead our prayer for today.
Thank you, Miss Tolentino. I'm Lady Lida Chavez, who lead the prayer today. Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord. Heavenly Father, we praise and glorify your holy name. We thank you for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. Thank you for providing our needs and for giving us a chance to continue our study. Bless our teachers who inspired and guide us. Bless our parents who work and support us. Bless our classmates and friends who care for us. We are humbly asking for your guidance as we begin our presentations for today. Amen.
Thank you, Mrs. Disagan. So, to make alive the event and to participate our beloved participants, we prepared a game for you to enjoy. I am very proud that I will experience being a host in this very wonderful event, which is online webinar session. So to start this game called a 4 fix 1 word, wherein we present a 4 pictures and you need to guess the correct answer. And the 2 choices are indicated in green light or red light button. And you just need to pick between 2 buttons, and you may use a chat box to show your answers. The first person to provide a correct answer, I will give a 100 load through GCash, and to claim your prize, kindly send direct message to me. Is that all my instructions clear? If it is clear, send me heart reaction to our chat box. So, let's start the game. Okay, what can you observe in the screen? Okay, for the first picture, you have 20 seconds to guess, and the time starts now. Okay, 20 seconds are done. I think there is a winner. So, congratulations, Miss. Okay, congratulations, Miss Maria Luna, for answering it correctly. Just send direct message to me for you to claim your prize. Okay, for the second picture, you have 20 seconds to guess, and the time starts now. Okay, 20 seconds are done. I think there's a winner. So, congratulations, Miss Levi Faustino, for answering it correctly. Just send direct message to me for you to claim your prize. Okay, again, to our winners, congratulations and thank you for those who actively participating our game for today. So, to give you an insight and informations regarding for the answers in our game, there is corresponding speakers to elaborate each topic. To discuss the first topic that you answered a while ago, let's warmly welcome Miss Maricar Palayar. So the virtual stage is yours.
Buongiorno everyone, and also very pleasant thank you for Miss Tolentino for amazing and wonderful games. And I am impressed. I got many ideas on her motivational games, and once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Miss Tolentino, for your wonderful presentation. Buona giornata a tutti. Mi chiamo Maricar Palayar, vivo in Toscana, Italia. Sarò aspetti in questo incontro. Oggi ho 21 anni e prendo M Master Key in una delle università qui Italia. Non preoccuparti so parlare inglese. Don't worry, I can speak English and I will translate it in English to make it clear to you what I say. Good day everyone, my name is Maricar Palayar. I live in Toscana, Italy. I will be guest speaker in this meeting. I'm already 21 years old and I take my master's here, one of the universities here in Italy. And let's discuss what is test plan. When we say test plan, it refers to the detailed documents that catalogs the test strategy, objectives, schedule, estimations, deadlines, and the resources required for completing that particular project. When we say test plan, it is planning to make the project to be successful. And now we will discuss the importance of test plan. They help individuals outside the QA teams, developers, business managers, customers facing teams, understand exactly how the website or app will be tested. They offer a clear guide for QA engineers to conduct their testing activities. They detail aspects such as test scope, test estimation, strategy, and so on, collating all this information into a single document. Make it easier to review by management, personnel, or to reuse for other projects. The importance of task plans is each team are helping each other to make the projects to be success. That's all, thank you, and let's welcome the other speaker that is very intelligent and very beautiful, came from the country of Israel.
So, thank you, Miss Palayar. Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Mariel S. Luna. I'm from Israel and I'm proud to be the one who will speak today. I am the one who will discuss about the components of a test plan. So, a components of a test plan is there have 8 parts. So, there is a scope, schedule, resource allocation, environment, tools, defect management, risk management, and the last is exit parameters. So, scope is a details the objective of the particular project. Also, it details users' scenarios to be used in tests. If necessary, the scope can specify what the scenarios or issues the project will not cover. So, this part is one of the necessities for properly executing a project and also for knowing the things you want to do. And the next is schedule. Schedule is a detailed start dates and deadlines for tester to deliver result. So it's necessary to follow the schedule given in order to properly execute the details. And the next is resource allocation. Details which tester will work on which test, and for the environment is details the nature, configuration, and availability of the test environment. So this in turn is about adjusting details about nature. Next is tools. Tools are to be used for testing, bug reporting, and other relevant activities. Tools that help you remove ambiguity from process, and you use this throughout the development process so you can easily test a product or project to ensure it does what it's supposed to do. And next is defect management. This process begins with handing over the defects to the development team. The developers need to proceed with the resolution of the defect and fix them based on the priority. And once the defect has been selected, the developer sends a defect report of resolution to the test manager testing team. So for the risk management, details what risks may occur during software testing and what risks the software itself may suffer if released without sufficient testing. So, risk management is the process of identifying, assessing, and prioritizing the risk to minimize, and also the monitor and control the probability of unfortunate events. And for the last is exit parameters. Details of testing activities must stop. This part describes the result that are expected from the quality assurance operation, giving tester a benchmark to compare actual result to, and exit parameters or requirements which must be met to complete a specific task or process as used in some fields or of business or science such as software engineering. So, how to create a test plan? There have 3 parts to create a test plan. which is the product analysis, designing test strategy, and the last is defining objective. So first is project analysis. Project analysis is start with learning more about the product being tested, the client, and the end user of similar product. And for the question is, who will use the product? Maybe a manager or team lead is usually responsible for writing the test plan. For the next question, which is what is the main purpose of the product? So the main purpose of the product can seem fairly straightforward. For example, is to provide income assistance to families in need. When building a product, one quickly realized that even the most straightforward goals are complex in their delivery. Taking the example for providing income assistance to families in need, there are 3 distinct parts to this purpose. The product must identify the members of the family, identify needs of the family, determine how much income assistance is required to meet these needs. And for the other question is, what are the software and hardware specifications? So, software testing is done by a specialized quality assurance, while hardware testing is commonly done by the engineers who are creating the product, and the hardware must be designed and tested to work over a range of time and environmental conditions, which is not the case for software. For the second, to create a test plan which is designing test strategy. A test strategy is an outline that describes the testing approach of the software development cycle. The purpose of a test strategy is to provide a rational deduction from organizational high-level objectives to actual test activities to meet those objectives from a quality assurance perspective. Test strategies describe how the product risks of the stakeholder are mitigated and at the less test level, which type of testing are to be performed, and which entry and exit criteria apply. They are created based on development design documents. For the first step is scope and overview. Step 2, test approach. Step 3, test environment. Test 4, testing tools. Step 5, release control. Step 6, risk analysis. And for the step 7 is review and approvals. And the third is defining objective. This phase defines the goals and expected result of test execution, and primary objective for a test plan is to produce a documentation that describes how to tester will verify that the system works as intended. So, the document should describe what needs to be tested and how it will be tested, and who's responsible for doing so. And test objective is the overall goal and achievement of the test execution. The objective of the testing is finding as many software defects as possible, ensure that the software under test is bug-free before release. Okay, to continue my discussion, let's welcome other speaker that's very intelligent girl, came from Brazil.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Maria Luna, for very wonderful discussion. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Leslie Ann Miranda, and I am the one who continue discuss the topic. I am from Brazil, and yes, I am proud to be the one who will speak today. So, let's continue our topic. Number 4 is establish test criteria. What do you think is establish test criteria? It refers to standard or rules governing all activities in a testing project. So we have two main test criteria. The first one is suspension criteria. The suspension criteria is define the benchmark for suspending all tests. I will give example. If you, team members, find that 50% of all test cases have failed, then all testing is suspended until the developers resolve all of the bugs that have been identified so far. Okay, the next criteria is the exit criteria. It's defined the benchmark that signifies the successful completion of a test phase or project. And also the exit test criteria are the expected results of the test and must be next before moving of the next stage of development. I'll give some example in exit criteria. 80% of all test cases must be marked successful before a particular feature or version of the software can be considered suitable for public use. Okay, let's move on in the number 5 is planning resource allocations. This phase create a detailed breakdowns of all resources required for project completion. Resources include human effort, equipment, and all infrastructure required for accurate and comprehensive testing. This part of the test plan decided the measure of resources of number of testers and equipment and the project requires, and this also help test managers formulated the correctly calculated schedule and estimated for the project. Okay, number 6, planning setup of test environment. What is the planning setup of environment? Test environment. The test environment refers to software and hardware setup on which UAs run their tests. Ideally, test environment should be real device so that tester can monitor software behavior in real user conditions, whether it is manual tested or automation tested. Nothing beats real devices installed with real browsers and operating systems are non-negotiable as test environment. Do not compromise your test results with emulators or simulators. And number 7 is determining test schedule and estimations. For the test estimations breakdown, the project into smaller tasks and allocated time and effort required for each. Then create a schedule to complete this task in a designated time with a specific amount of effort. So, and creating the schedule, however, does require input from multiple perspectives. And one is employee availability, number of working days, project deadlines, and daily resources availability. And the second one is the risks associated with the project, which has been evaluated in an earlier stage. Okay, let's move on in the number 8, which is established test deliverables. And the test deliverables refers to a list of documents, tools, and other equipment that must be created, provided, and maintained to support test deliverables is required before, during, and after testing. So deliverables required before testing are documentation on. And the second one is test plan and test design. Deliverables required during testing and documentation are on. So, okay.
Okay, thank you Miss Falayar, Miss Sagario, and Miss Zanawan for very thoughtful discussions. So now, let's proceed to our second topic that you answered a while ago. Let's warmly welcome Miss Cyril Pamplona. So, the virtual stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Leslie and Miranda, for your wonderful discussions about the topics how to create a test plan, planning setup of test environment, planning resource allocation, determining test schedule, and estimation and establish the deliverables. Good morning everyone, I'm Cyril Pamplona and I'm here to discuss the topics what is table of specifications, what are the components of table of specifications, what are the two ways of table of specifications or TOS. Okay, let's start with the first topic, what is table of specifications. The TOS or table of specifications is a tool used to ensure that a test or assessment measures the content and thinking skills that the test intends to measure. That is, a TOS or table of specifications help test contractors to focus on issue of response content, ensuring that the test or assessment measures what it intends to measure. In the second topic, what are the components of table of specifications? The table of specifications typically are designed based on the list of the course objectives, the topics covered in class, the amount of time spent on those topics, textbook chapter topics, and the emphasis and the space provided in text. And lastly, what is two-way of table of specifications? The TOS is plan preferred by the classroom teacher as a basis for test construction, especially a periodic test. Is a two-way chart which describes the topics to be covered by a test and a number of items or points which will be associated for each topic. Okay, to continue the discussions, let's welcome this beautiful girl and very intelligent girl came from Korea. 안녕, Miss Levi Faustino.
감사합니다, 미스 유. 안녕하세요, 러비입니다. 나는 22살이다. 나는 한국 갔어요. 와스코 당신 올 만났어요. 반가워요. 작년, 언년, 후이, 자제요. 이온 사입니다. 제일이고 제주작년 components of TOS. So I'm going to speak in English now so you can understand me. And what are the components of TOS? TOS is table of specification. So the TOS depends on the following components. These are the topic discussed, number of hours or meetings the topic was discussed, total number used in discussing topic, and the total number of test items to be constructed. And these are the four components basically dictate the contents of the TOS or the table of specification. And what is matching type of test? Matching test questions measure the student's ability to connect words, complete sentences, or pair words with their definition. So, the matching test format consists of two columns, including one with a definition or phrases and another with a word, number, or a symbol. And this is how you write your table of specification. Step 1. Determine the coverage of your exam. Step 2. Determine your testing objectives for each topic area. And step 3. Determine the duration for each content area. And step 4. Determine the test type for each objectives. And step 5. Polish your terms or your specification.
Thank you, Ms. Faustino. That was a very wonderful discussion. Good day, everyone. I am Lizelle Matangkihan from Canada, and I am here in front of you to continue the discussion. So, how do I write objectives? Let me give you the 5 steps to writing clear and measurable learning objectives. Number 1, identify the level of knowledge necessary to achieve your objective. Before you begin writing objectives, stop and think about what type of change you want your training to make. Number 2, select an action verb. Number 3, create your very own objective. Number 4, check your objective. And the last one is to repeat, repeat, and repeat. So let's jump into the second one. Okay, what is a good business objective? It is an aim is where the business wants to go in the future. It goes. It is a statement of purpose. We want to grow the business into Europe because business objectives are the stated, measurable targets of how to achieve business aims. For instance, we want to achieve sales of 10 million in European markets in 2004. So let's proceed to the last part of my discussion. So, what are the 3 types of goal? There are 3 types of goal, which are the process, performance, and outcome goals. Process goals are specific actions or processes of performing. Then the number 1 is test scripts. Then the simulators or emulators. Then the test data, followed by error and execution logs. Then the deliverables required after testing documentation on test results. Then the defect reports. And the last one is the release notes. The release note is a test plan. Software testing is the backbone on which the entire project is built. Without a sufficiently expensive and well-crafted plan, QAs are bound to get confused with vague, undefined goals and deadlines. This hinders fast and accurate testing unnecessarily, slowing down results and delaying release cycles. So, the guidelines in this article are meant to help test managers and senior QA professionals with constructing a test plan that helps with executing cleaner, faster, and more result-oriented tests. So that was the end of my discussion. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, Miss Pamplona, Miss Faustino, and Miss Matanggihan for very thoughtful discussions. Okay, thank you to all beloved speakers that shares their thoughts, ideas, and knowledge to all of us. I hope that you all gain knowledge for this free webinar. So because you actively participate this webinar, you will receive a free certificate wherein you can use it in the future. As this juncture, allow me to present certificate of appreciations for our beloved participants in this wonderful seminar. Okay, this is certificate of participation. This certificate is given to participant name for successfully completing the webinar entitled Test Planning and Table of Specifications, given this 1st of November 2021 at the virtual platform on live. So there have a corresponding event advisor to be led by Miss Leia May Antonio, and the organizer of the event to be led by Mrs. Lady Lee Disago. Okay, I will send here a link and then fill out your informations for you to have certificate. After you fill out the information, submit it and wait for a few hours. So, any questions, clarifications, and suggestions before we end this seminar? Okay, none? Okay, so I guess this is the end of our online webinar session. So, once again, thank you very much. Stay safe and God bless to us.
So ano be, kamusta naman yung pag-join mo sa webinar? Actually natutuwa ako kasi ang dami kong natutunan. Ito nga o to. Ito yung steps sa test plan. Ito talaga yung tumatak sa akin. Unang-una yung product analysis. Next is designing test strategy, defining objectives, establish test criteria, planning resource allocation, planning setup of test environment, determine test schedule and estimation, and yung last yung establish test deliverables. So ito, nakakatuwa kasi nakakatulong talaga ito yung steps para makagawa ka ng test plan. Kasi, diba, sa lahat ng bagay, kailangan may plano tayo. Saka ito ba? So, bakit ba importante yung test plan nila? Dito kasi, ginat-down ko, sabi, they have individuals outside the QA teams, developers, business managers, customer-facing teams, understand exactly how the website or app will be tested. They offer a clear guide for QA engineers to conduct their testing activities. They detail aspects such as test scope, test estimation, strategy, and so on. Collating all this information into a single document makes it easier to review by management personnel or to reuse for other projects. So, as a future educator, kailangan meron akong capacity na makagawa ng test. Yung kailangan, alam ko yung mga steps kung paano magawa ng test. Pero ikaw naman, Ben, anong yung natutunan mo sa akin? Ang pinakatumatak talaga sa isipan ko is yung table of specification. So, nag-close din ako. Table of specification. Step 1. Determine the coverage of your exam. Step 2. Determine your testified objectives for each topic area. Step 3. Determine the duration for each content area. And step 4 is determine the test types for each objectives. At yung isa pa, tumatak din naman sa isipan ko is yung how do you write a table of specification. Step 1. Determine the coverage of your exam. Step 2. Determine your testing objectives for each topic area. Step 3. Determine the duration for each content area. And step 4 is determine the test type of each objective. Step 5 is polish your terms of specification. So, since nga, sabi mo nga is future educator tayo is kailangan alam natin paano gumawa ng exam. Kasi, kung hindi ka marunong gumawa ng exams, paano na yung mga estudyante mo, diba? Paano yung mamemeasure yung natutunan ng estudyante, diba? Sa test, natin mamemeasure kung ano may natutunan na sila, diba? So, sobrang ganda talaga ng webinar na in-attenda natin.
It is good to attend this kind of webinar because since we are a future educator, this certificate will help you in the future. Thank you so much.
So, yun mga ka-Fifi. I hope na marami
ko kayong matutunan.